Okay, so interpretation of body move and work for Pat Seaman. OPEX body, he's got 74 kilos body weight, 15% body fat. Basal metabolic rate, about 1480. Okay, he's all within a healthy range on that test. So moving from there into OPEX move, on the scratch test, he failed there simply because he's got a head nod when he reaches up over the top of his head, and there's also a bit of scap flaring when he's working through that movement on the bottom side. So solutions for that in terms of programming, we'll do a lot of single arm pushing, horizontal and both vertically. We'll do single arm pulling exercises, and we'll work the mobility around the shoulder as well for that scratch test. Moving from there onto the squat test, he failed on the squat test. Can't keep the arms in line at the ears at the bottom of the movement, and the knees also cave in during the movement. Knees caving, I think, is simply a body awareness thing. And then with the arms, again, look at the scratch test. It's shoulder mobility that he's struggling with, or thoracic mobility. So solutions for that will be lunge variations, high time under tension through a number of different squat variations, and then again, mobility through the upper back and shoulders. Moving from there onto the toe touch. Toe touch was a fail. Pat's got super tight hamstrings, so he wasn't able to reach his toes. Solutions for that, we're going to do single leg variations on the deadlifts, stiff legged bending exercises, high time under tension through those two options there, okay, and then stretching out those muscles as well, okay, so static holds, trying to get the length back into those hamstrings. From there, going on to the lunge, he passed the lunge. So in terms of programming, we'll do a number of lunge variations, but we'll also have him working under high time under tension through those variations. Okay, and from there onto the single leg raise now. So he failed on that again because he's got tight hamstrings. So we'll be doing stiff-legged bending exercises, high time under tension through those. Again, stretching and holding those positions, trying to get the length back into those hamstrings. And then deadlift variations as well. Again, just working that posterior chain, trying to get the length back to those hamstrings. And then moving on to the core now. So plank, he passed, no issues there at all. So we'll do a number of plank variations in the programming. We'll also push him up into higher time under tension on those things above that 60-second mark. Reverse plank, he passed the reverse plank with a 60-second test time. However, the quality was pretty low on that. His hips started to dip towards the end of that 60-second window. So solution for that in terms of programming, we'll do shorter time under tension with good form. We will also do variations of the plank, make it slightly easier. We will also add more volume into those things. So doing a 30-second hold, instead of doing 3, we'll do 5 sort of thing. So just adding more volume into the program for him. And then we'll also do single arm and double arm carries as well, just to get that strength into the shoulders, the endurance into the shoulders, and to work the core a little bit through those carries. And then going on to side plank, again, he passed the side plank on both sides. However, the quality wasn't great on them. The hips did start to dip towards that 90-second mark. So in terms of programming for that, we'll do time under tension, again, with good positioning. We can scale the side plank down and hold them in those positions. We can also work through the range of movement on that side plank. We'll also do single arm and double arm carries, again, working the core and the shoulder endurance through those carries. Okay. From there, moving on to OPEX work. So Pat did 153 calories. Again, it's on a rowing machine. That's all we have access to. And it's not the most accurate bit of equipment. So I logged his stroke rate every minute for the 10-minute window that he was working. And his stroke rate is fairly consistent all the way through. We started at 32. I think we went down lowest was 29. So it's nice, consistent all the way through. So his pacing is good. So in terms of programming for Pat's training for a 6-hour trail run at the end of the year. So we're going to work map 10 and map 9 because that's going to keep us as close as we can to that sort of race time. We only have an hour to train every day. We don't have anything beyond that. So map 10 and map 9 is where we're going to work around there until after the race. And then after the race, we'll maybe start bringing him down into lower map phases. Okay. Thanks a lot. Cheers.